Hello, all. Welcome back to Operation Vimy. It is spring 1915 for the British. We have 37 IPP, so we are going to spend 6 on a cash and carry transport, 4 to complete a dreadnought, 8 on 2 naval infantry, 2 on 2 diplomacy rolls, 9 on 3 infantry, and 8 on 4 colonials. That should be my 37. I am told that I have to roll 2 dice for the German attack. There were 2 Russian dice, I guess, missed in the attack up at East Prussia. So 7 is black and 5 is orange. And then you guys can decide what the heck was lost. I forget. It's been a long day. I've been watching. I was out with some family stuff all day and then watched Alderman's on this evening. So here we go. So a 4 and a 6. So that looks like it's 2 hits. So we'll have to update that, guys, on what you lost. But I think generally you got 2 more hits to take there from that battle. Okay. Technology. We are doing wartime income is gray and defense in depth is blue. We need 7 or higher on both of these. And that is a 6 and a 10. So we get defense in depth, but we miss wartime income, which... well, we did last time too. So the British will have defense in depth, but they are behind the 8 ball right now with wartime income. Okay, then diplomacy. We are paying for 2 this turn, so we are going to go for the Dutch with red and Belgium is the black die. We need 3s or lower. That is a 12 and a 4, so that is no good, so we fail there. Okay, on to combats. We have 3, I think. So, we're going to take the infantry, the 2 colonials from South Africa Union, over into German South Africa, as long as the colonial from Rhodesia, and they're all going to attack German South Africa. He's got 2 colonial there. Then, we are going to take the transport. That is an I-5. Go to M8, pick up 1 colonial. Go to M7. And we are going to take Lemnos. And why are we taking Lemnos? It's not worth anything because it gives me a major port for my navy that's there. So that's why we're going to take Lemnos. Okay. Then the last thing we have to do with the British is we're going to send the airship that is in Lorraine to Bavaria and try to do better than General Hand Grenade did. So, let's start with the airship battle. So I need a 1 through 3 to do damage, and he needs a 1 to shoot me out of the sky. And I do a 3 damage, and he misses. So that's good start. So we will mark the factory is damaged at 3. And then the British airship is going to land in Paris this turn. Went a whopping 2 spaces. Okay, so that's not bad there. Then down here, the only battle that's going to have to roll for. So I will have 1 at 2, and I will have 3 at 1. Okay, no terrain modifiers. And then he will have 2 at 2, which we will put off to the side here for him. If I can get a second one out. And he'll have 2 at 2. Okay, so round 1, we need 2 hits within 3 rounds before he gets 4. Okay, here we go. Looking for 1s and 2s. Okay, no hits on round 1. He has 2 at 2. An 8 and an 11, so he misses. So we'll go again, round 2. Oh, there we go, 2 1s. So 2 colonial troops get hits, that is big. And he has 2 at 2 in return. And he gets 3 1s, but it's a 1 and 11, so I lose 1. And he loses 2. Okay. I think I can live with that. I do gotta get the Roundel look. I forgot about him. So he loses 2. I lose 1. So I take German South Africa with 2 colonials and 1 infantry. Unfortunately, not worth any money. But one less African nation for him to possess. Okay. So I think... Why is that there? I have no idea. I have an extra Roundel sitting on the board here. Okay. So I think that's it for combat moves. We are going to mark our free diplomacy roll. As long as I keep one of my 2 things I took, I will get that. Okay, non-combat for this turn. We are going to pick up... The transport's going to go from I-6 to I-7. Pick up 1 infantry from South India, 1 from Maharashtra. Go back to I-6. Drop them off in Kuwait. And then hang out there. The second transport is going to pick up an infantry from Maharashtra and 1 from southern Persia and drop them in Kuwait. So I will have 4 infantry and a colonial in Kuwait. So I will have a trench line there because I have defense in depth now. So they are, and then the TBD in I-7 is going to join the rest of the fleet in I-6, giving me 2 TBDs, 1 pre-dread, and 2 transports. Okay. Over here, there's nothing to do, The Navy's going to stay there, blockading the Ottomans, making the Ottomans have to move the long way around. Okay, then up here in the mainland, the seaplane is going to land back in British Midlands. The 3 artillery that are in Picardy are going to go to Lorraine. Whoops. Go to Lorraine. Along with the 2 fighters. Okay, so that's all in Lorraine. The infantry are going to stay put for now. Okay. And and then these ships are going to come out of port. TBD and 2 transports are going to come out of port and hang out in A-22. Yeah. Okay. I think that is it for non-combat. I don't see any other green arrows for me. So then we can place our units. So we're going to put the Dreadnought in A-22 with a TBD and 2 transports. We're going to put the 2 naval infantry into London. We are going to put 1 infantry in the British Midlands. We're going to put the second infantry into London. That's 3 for London. 3. The transport is going to be cash and carry, so it's going to go over here to A-25 with the British, or with the US, sorry. Then the colonial troops and the last infantry. Whoops. So the infantry will go to the factory in eastern Egypt, creating a trench line there, 4 infantry there. We will put a colonial back in Rhodesia. We will put a colonial back in South Africa Union. We will put a colonial in southern Persia. And we will put the last colonial The last colonial is going to go here to Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. Okay. I believe that is it. So let's collect some income and then do a quick disposition. We'll get on to the Austro-Hungarians and see what they want to do, and then see if France has time to go yet tonight or if France will go tomorrow. So we are at 35 on the IPP chart. And I believe we still have the $1 bonus for Portugal. Yes, Portugal's on stage 2. So we will collect 36. Oh, and we had successful bombing. So that's the $37. I'm trying to figure out why I had a difference. So every successful bombing gives you $1. So there's 37 to spend for next turn. And quick disposition. Germany, I believe, will lose 2 units from that battle there on 2 Russian hits. There is $3 damage to the factory in Bavaria. In British Midlands, there is a recon blimp, a seaplane, 2 infantry, and a militia. London has 3 infantry, 2 naval infantry, fighter, and cavalry. Picardy has 5 infantry and a commander. Lorraine has 3 artillery and 2 planes. The Navy is still in A11, except for there are 2 transports, a TBD, and a dreadnought in A22. There is a cash and carry transport in A25. Down in Africa, there are now 2 colonials and infantry in German South Africa. German East Africa was German South Africa was right. South Africa Union and Rhodesia each have a militia. Anglo-Egyptian Sudan has a militia. Nubia has a militia. Eastern Egypt has 4 infantry, which is a trench line. 2 militia, 2 colonial, artillery, commander, cavalry, effective commander, cavalry, and then a French infantry. The only change to M7 is I added a British transport, and Lemnos is now British owned with a colonial infantry. In Kuwait, there are 4 infantry, trench line, and a colonial. I6 has 2 TBDs, 2 transports, and a pre-dread. Southern Persia, New Delhi, Benares, Calcutta, Burma all have colonials, and South Africa, Southern India, and Maharashtra have a infantry. I was 0 for 2 on diplomacy. I was 1 for 2 on tech. I did finish defense in depth, so a trench line is now 4 for the British. If you guys have any questions, please ask, and we will see you all next year. Have a good one. See ya.